Clippings, Chapter 6. Ooh, look at that lighting. That's scary. When it comes to being hopeful, I'm a sucker. And it's obvious when she is playing with my hopefulness. Like a dog tossing a dead squirrel in the air, only to jump on it again when it hits the ground. She'll pick up my hopefulness with her beautiful smile and her perfectly glossed lips, kiss on it until something good threatens to ooze out, then toss it up, only to watch it land flat on the ground, dead. Dead hopefulness. I clear my throat and my head. My body redirects the blood to where it's needed, back to my brain. You just don't understand, I say. There's a few things that I know how to do well, really well. And one of them is make dogs listen when I'm grooming to them. I try to stick to my story, but the truth seems to be swelling behind the walls of a dam. My mouth can't hold back some thoughts, especially if they're being seduced out of me. Pushing up from the table, she takes one runway step toward me. I know of another thing you do really, really well. The blood changes its path again, circling back and creating a vacuum in my brain. A smile creeps onto my face. My hands grip the middle of my push broom's handle, and the upper end rests on my shoulder, balancing me like a third leg. One more sultry step, and she is right up on my left leg. Her left foot steps between my feet and the broom head. She puts the right one behind my left heel. Her waist and perky girls press up against my side. Her hand glides up to rest on my stomach, above my belt buckle. Balancing the approach, she rests her other hand on the small of my back and leans her chin on my shoulder. Her eyes soften even more, weakening my knees. "Baby," she says, through her overly pouty lips, "you're not telling me the truth. I can tell because you're looking at the ground and you're twitching that eyebrow." My hand reflexively moves to my face to check the eyebrow. I feel stupid as a smile of success forms on her lips. "Tell me the truth," she says, with her voice softened to a seductive whisper. Slowly synchronized, her hands move south of my belt. Slowly synchronized, the corners of my lips move north. I knew she'd do something, and this is exactly what I was hoping for. She smiles and starts a little massaging. With her hands and her body on me, I'm helpless. "You're right," the dam cracks. Hell, it doesn't crack, it busts in one full motion. "I've been talking to the dogs for a long time." The massaging continues, a reward of sorts. I continue. "The dogs can understand me, but not anyone else." More blood is being diverted from my brain. It's classic how they act. It's classic how they act when they figure out they can talk to me. They tilt their heads, listen, and then they get comfortable with me. "Yeah?" she says. "Yeah. Then they will talk my ear off about everything, but mostly about their owners." She's still smiling, resting her cheek on my upper arm, hands still rubbing. Her eyes gaze up to mine. I'm having trouble finding words with such little blood flowing into the language center of my brain. The encouragement continues in a longer stroke across my jeans. I can't find any more words, but body language should count for something. I guess my pause was too long, my eyes too closed. I'm enjoying this form of interrogation too much. Her motions stop. She firms a grip in a way that I expect her to say cough. She doesn't say that. As quickly as she clasped, she releases it. Boing. "I knew it." She raises her voice to yell and pushes away from me. "This is great. I've got big plans, baby." She claps her hands together and puts them up to her mouth with a finger TP resting on her lips. Her eyes shift back and forth like she's looking for something in the dusty air between the moats. She says, "I think we should..." The magnet bell dings and interrupts her, and she turns toward the door. "Hello," a man's voice calls from the front of the shop. Now, back to a whisper. Through a mischievous smile under her squinched nose, she repeats, "I've got big plans, baby." Skipping and bouncing down the hallway, she goes to the customer. "Big plans," she yells back one more time. Then, in her sweetest professional voice, I hear her welcome the customer. "Hi, dropping off master?" Big plans. I had big plans too, until that doorbell rang. The blood flows back to my heart to be distributed back to my stupid brain.